Working class beer reviews, looking at Leinenkugel Octoberfest. It is October as the time of this video being recorded, and I bought this in my town that I live in now at Food for Less for $4.48, and I thought that's a pretty amazing price for a 6-pack of Oktoberfest of a good, quality, reputable company. This is good until February 9th of 2026, so it's still within freshness date. According to the website, it is released from August to October. So they start distributing Oktoberfest in August. And it's 5.1% ABV, 20 IBUs, according to the website. I took a little peek. It had all the flavor characteristics. It's a Märzen-style beer. So this isn't going to be your real dark. The sun's, it's not quite, noon yet. So the sun's behind, or still on the other side of the garage. I'm going outwards here instead of going inwards. You don't see the mess of my garage. You see the mess of my old Jeep here. So yeah, it's clear. Got a good head on it. Kind of a dark golden. Not really. Some Oktoberfest can be like copper colored almost. Leinenkugel's 6 generations of family brewing tradition. Oktoberfest crisp, traditional German style Märzen beer. Leinenkugel Brewing, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that sounds like Miller contracted. 5.1. 175 calories, 17.8 carbs, so almost 18 carbs. Not a low carb beer. I bet it's really highly filtered, so I doubt the swish and pour will do a whole lot, except for just agitate a little bit. Well, it looks like you got a little something in the bottom there. I really do enjoy Oktoberfest beers. It's just above 5%, which, you can get up into, some of them can be in the 6, close to 7% range. But Oktoberfest is a festival in Munich, Germany. They have them all over the world, but the original one is in Munich, and it's like, I want to say like 5 different breweries from that area that participate, that touch the area. Like Lowenbrau, Spaten, Hackershore, Weinstefaner, maybe? I can't remember. If anybody knows, put them in the comments of the video. If you might be able to, I'm sure, put Google. If I had my tablet still, I'd look it up and have it pulled up. But, they typically will serve, this style is not as popular in Germany as it is in like United States and stuff like that. We just like the stronger, bolder flavors. They typically just do a light lager, a golden lager. Because there are some fest beers that are golden. KC Fest beer is golden. It's not darker like this. It smells nice and malty. Not overly sweet, but it's got a kind of caramel note to it. 20 IBUs is pretty low. It's going to be just enough to kind of balance out. There's a hospital not far from here. What is it? Freeman Hospital's that way. Mercy Hospital's that way. So tastes as good as it sounds. It's really good. You get a hint of the bitterness, a little bit of the hops. More than likely, it's an all malt lager because Oktoberfest beers are lagers. The only German beer traditional German beer that's not a lager, well, it's kind of like a hybrid lager, is the Kolsch beer in Cologne, Germany. And it's kind of like a cross between an ale and a lager. They drink them in these little glasses. You get like 10 of them at a time. And you'll just sit there and pound them back. These, I used to have a dimpled mug, and since moving, it may still be packed up somewhere, or it may have got discarded. They're not hard to come by. I'm sure I could probably get one at Dollar Tree or something like that. Normally, though, the 1 liter steins is what you'll get at Oktoberfest, and you'll see these videos of these bar maidens, the beer garden maidens, they'll pick up like 2 dozen at a time. It looks like, or maybe a dozen. It's like 6 in one hand, 6 in another, and they have them like stacked up, and they hold them up against their chest. It's like that's a lot of like upper body and arm strength, you know. That I feel like I'd have a tough time doing it, but you know, there's a method that they do it to where they were able to put the handles together and stack them on top of each other where they don't. You would think they'd just be shaking around and clinking, but you know, they go to the tables and they set them down and are able to distribute them, you know, one at a time. Usually larger metro cities will have some version of an Oktoberfest. Kansas City has one. Some smaller communities, I know, like up in Ohio, there's like in Pennsylvania, there's a large like German communities up there. So I think Oktoberfest is a big deal. Mid Missouri has a lot of German and like you know, the Pennsylvania Dutch Mennonite type, which they don't drink, but you know, German speaking though communities. Not as a first language, but just as a heritage type thing. I mean, everybody obviously speaks English, but you will find some people that can speak German still, in some of those older ones, you know. Coal Camp, Missouri is a big, you know, little German town, and they have I've been to their Oktoberfest in years past, and it's pretty neat, you know. And some of the places will get some of these German beers that are kind of obscure and harder to get. There's a place called German Table, and I've seen some of their varieties. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, you must have to put a special order with your distributor to get some of these, you know. Now, the town I'm living in now, the stuff that I have available to me has widened exponentially from where I came from. I was in a smaller town before, in mid-Missouri, and it was kind of just the same old thing, which they have all that here too, but, oh, man, I need a better burp. That was not stellar. It's the last one I had left, and I wanted to make sure and I saved it so I could squeeze in a video, and I didn't want to wait real long, so I wanted it to still be fresh, and I wanted it to be appropriate for the month. I need to get me another dimpled mug though for these type of beers. I enjoy it. Yeah, it tastes great for that price. That is so working class. You cannot, you know, $4.48. That's unheard of, you know. And I know Food for Less is like they sell it to you at cost plus 10%. You know, and how are you supposed to know what that's going to be? You know, whether you're really getting a good deal or not. But there's a lot of things that are significantly cheaper than what you get at another, you know, box store or grocery store, whatever. There's stuff like on pallets, like in slots, like a warehouse almost looking thing. That dog, man alive. But yeah, I used to have Food for Less where I used to live, and it closed in the early 2000s. Trying to think. I used to deliver potato chips there when I worked for Guys Snacks. I do remember that. Finished it. So good. Yeah, I mean, almost any. I think they're kind of controlled by Miller. They're still like owned, you know, they're still their own company, but I think Miller has a stake in the company and probably does a lot of the contracts, a lot of the brewing through them. Chippewa Falls, Jacob Leinenkugel, yeah, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin is where, you know, so you got the lake with the canoes and the cabin. So, you know, lots of lakes up there between Wisconsin and Minnesota, a lot of that, and then you got, you know, with the Great Lakes up there as well. You know, outdoor culture is huge when you get up there by the Canadian border, things like, and then, you know, the upper Midwest like that. So, yeah, most major craft breweries will have some sort of a Oktoberfest they put out, whether it's Sierra Nevada, Boulevard, Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams Oktoberfest is really popular. You used to be able to get Beck's Oktoberfest, but I haven't seen that in forever. I had a cousin that would get cases of that. So, but yeah, really good, and I'm glad I picked it up, especially for that price. Just can't go wrong. You know, I really enjoy that. But let me know in the comments if you're a fan of this Oktoberfest beer. You like other ones better? If you like the lighter or the brighter style, or you like the darker style? You know, I could take either or. The lighter style that I've had, or brighter style I've had, is usually a little bit stronger. It's like 6% or more. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness, man. I had to squeeze one in for the camera. I had to ramble just to get it out. What is it? Boulevard's like Bob's 47. And it's a darker Märzen style. It's not the bright Fest style. So, yeah, lots of different. Shiner, I'm sure, has it. You know, all the different companies have some sort of an Oktoberfest. But if you're a fan, that dog, she is the most annoying bark. I'm just not a fan of it. I love her. She's a cutie. But man, that bark gets old. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. And I will talk to you all later. So see you guys later.